Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy DCA Day. Happy July 25th Day, depending on your time zone. Guys, we got big plans this weekend. Namely being making an insane amount of money, which we kind of plan for every weekend, but it's still a monumentous occasion nonetheless. So smash the like button on your way in, subscribe if you're new, tell your sister to please stop calling me. It's been 16 years. Not gonna happen. Ooh. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. I almost said Saturday because I did so much stuff today that my internal clock has just erased the entire concept of Friday. Hey, what's going on, gentlemen and gentlemen? Hello, Fahid. I think you're the only one here. Thank you for joining, though. Let's see. Bitcoin 117 534.99. We did find the reason for this dumperoonie. Mike Novogratz at Galaxy Digital dumped a very large sum of Satoshi era Bitcoin, which was sold, I believe, over the counter to him via a Satoshi era whale that was offloading, I believe, nearly $2 billion, some insane amount of US dollar value worth of Bitcoin. So it was a pretty cool stress test to actually witness, and the altcoins did not care at all whatsoever that Bitcoin was selling off, which is incredibly impressive. Let's do this. First things first, we're going to refresh our liquidation heat map, get rid of some of these bad boys, so that way we can set new ones. And let's see what the weekend setup has for us. Let's see what the market maker has granted us for weekend price action. Oh, is it different? You know what? No, it is not. Let's see. Okay, at least it's small. We got 117.867. I think they might have literally flushed all of the leverage, which is kind of crazy to even think about. 118.045. 045, there we go. 118.045, yeah. Huh. And down below, we got a couple down here. 116.530. We got 116.352. We got 115.728. Okay. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button on your way in. I appreciate you guys for being here. Happy Friday. I almost said Saturday again. 119.204. And one more. Let's go one more to the downside. Right here. 115.193. Cool. All right, so this is the range that we've been granted permission to trade within by the market maker. Very gracious, very humble, very charitable market maker. Thank you, Mr. Market Maker. Satoshi bless you. Bitcoin getting a little spicy here. Alts are definitely spicing up. I am in a long right now, and I am up 8.8%. Very excited. It's been quite some time since I've been in a profitable long. I think it's been a whole 48 hours. ETH looks good. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance actually. Bitcoin dominance still strictly rejecting the 62% level. If we do continue to the downside, I guess with a little more conviction, I will for sure be excited about alt season. For now, it's lingering quite a bit, which leads me to think we could have at least a little poke to 64, and then a continuation of the downside. But we'll see. If we continue down, great. That's exactly what we were looking for. We'll see what plays out though. We will see what plays out. ETH is up 0.56% since the daily close. We did miss the daily close contest today, guys. I was at the fair, which was wonderful. As a grown adult man, I now only go to the fair to consume food, in which case I did. I had ice cream, which was amazing. I had a Butterfinger Flurry, and then I had a pretzel with cheese, which was also amazing. I inhaled that entire thing, and then I brought home, and I still have it here. I plan on eating it after the stream. This is a Polish sausage in a homemade bun with fried onions, peppers, and nacho cheese. And this is the entire reason why I even pay the entry to get into the fair. Actually, let me go to the big webcam. Ready? That is the entire reason I ever go to the fair. The only reason I go to the fair. It is quite possibly the greatest Polish cuisine that has ever graced this planet. I don't even know if it's Polish, but it is delicious. I'm not even Polish, but when I eat it, I turn Polish. I become Polish by consuming that food. That's how potent it is. Anyways, ETH looking great, 37.46. Not much to go off of here. Honestly, we're breaking above 36.99 and heading towards 4K. ETH might get a little bit spicy this weekend. We'll see how the weekend heats up. Sol, beautiful bounce off of our purple trend line, broke above 184, heading towards 200 as we speak. RSI is nice and calm. Our momentum wave starting to push to the upside. Total 3, also beautiful bounce off of 1 trillion. Very nice price action on Total 3. RSI got a bullish cross over the moving average, and your momentum wave is starting to point to the upside as well. ADA is up 1.32%. ADA gave 0 Fs during that entire Bitcoin debacle. No Fs were given from ADA. It was quite impressive. As of right now, 82.64. It's sitting above 80, so $1 is very much in the cards. We do now have this new resistance area. I'm going to call it 90. Let's call it 90 because we got rejection here, which didn't quite make it there. We got a little fake out above and then a straight rejection right there. So there's 3 points of confluence right around 90-ish. So we'll just call it 90. Tom Scout said, yo, what's going on, Tom Scout? Appreciate the membership there. I'm assuming that was gifted to you. I don't know. I do like your Lord Farquaad sticker, though. That is pretty sick. All right. I'm surrounded by beverages once again. Don't judge me. Yeah, ADA looks really good here. SNEK getting a little bounce up 0.79% on the day. Oops. Tom Scout said, I remember when ADA was $2.50 last cycle. Those were the good old days. I remember when it was $3 last cycle. Those were indeed the good old days. I do enjoy the opportunity thoroughly of being able to accumulate less than like 50 cents, so that was pretty crazy. SNEK looks good. XRP is up 0.29%. Beautiful bounce off of $3 for XRP. Kind of a little Adam Eve action going on here. So we'll see if that turns into anything. Everyone was tripping about like less than 0.5% of the market cap of XRP being sold by a former founder who's not even affiliated with XRP anymore. Everyone was like, oh my gosh, this guy that used to work for XRP like 10 years ago sold some of his XRP. Who cares? He doesn't work there anymore. That's like people complaining about Charles selling Ethereum because he helped develop Ethereum. That's the weirdest FUD that people try to fish out. Like, I understand it to an extent. If it was like $1 billion or $10 billion, let's talk. But it was like a couple $100 million, and people were losing their minds. What was it? Let's see. Hold on. I don't remember the guy's name. It's such a weird name too. Ripple co-founder. Yeah, it was $175 million. Nobody cares. 175 million. It's like that was less than 1% of the market cap. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm not that hugest fan of XRP, but I don't have any problem with them to that point. That was just weird. People were like, oh my gosh, the founder's selling. The founder's not selling. A former, like, co-founder sold some. But people take profits, man. HBAR is up 3.41%. HBAR listed on Robinhood today, I believe. And they are back in their cancer curing range. Thank you very much for curing cancer, HBAR. If you know, you know. Nice to see it sitting above 26. If it can close above that, great. We did have a little bit of a spicy wick back here. And a lot of volume in that wick, too. People were selling, man. People were scared. But we're going back up. Looks good. Beautiful bounce. Didn't even become oversold on the 4-hour. Your momentum wave did get oversold. And everything's pointed to the upside now. Squeeze up 0.59% on the day, currently trading above 391. Blasted straight above that after finding support at the midpoint between 353 and 370. Next stop, 410. And then after that, 438. SWE looks awesome. Ondo's up 0.7% on the day, still following our trajectory, which is a brilliant trade, by the way. I just want to point this out. This W, we drew this like right here, I think, when we do this coin like this. That is a wonderful, wonderful shape. Giovanni said, what's up, JJ? Fart coin long placed? I thought you did that already. What's going on, Giovanni? How's the Grey Goose representative game treating you? But he said, make farts great again. I heard Uranus is releasing methane or whatever makes farts smell, which actually made me really happy. I was like, let's go. I've never found myself rooting for a planet. I was like rooting for Uranus. I read that and I was like, yeah, go get him, Uranus. Go get him. Billy said, just got here. All right, guys, it was a great stream. Good night. Love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Welcome, Philly. Happy Friday. How you doing, my friend? Ondo, $1.04. Beautiful bounce. Right around $1. Looking good. Tom Sulks said Happy Gilmore 2 out now. Yeah, I'm going to watch it tonight, probably. Been watching Squid Games, actually. The English dub is quite hilarious. Ondo's up 0.6%, heading towards $1.09. We'll see if she can break it. The trajectory is being followed. Looks good. Aerodrome up a 1.12% on the day. Beautiful bounce off of 86. We've been holding that 86 level since we broke above it July 16th. So, looking good. Beautiful wick fake out below it. Nice bounce off of it, heading to the upside. 96.2. Next in the cards, we might get a little rejection around 92. Little midpoint rejection. We'll see where it takes us. Pinlink is down 0.64%. Currently trading at 76.09. Pinlink, beautiful, beautiful liquidations of bears, liquidations of bulls, and return to the mean. I think I pointed this out yesterday. You guys see it? Right now it's a little bit small, but it looks good. We got a decent sized wick, and then a little chop to the side. It's a beautiful shape. Everybody loves this shape. It could be a little bit longer, but maybe this is just the less exciting, softer portion. Flaccid, one might say. Pinlink looks good. 76.08. It is above 75, so 87.69 might be in the cards. Nice. Render's up 0.41% on the day. Render never even lost its range. It's sitting above $4. Beautiful. 432 should be next in the cards. Currently trading at 422. We had a little head and shoulders right here, which has since played out. We got Adam Eve playing out right now, potentially, or at least some semblance of a double bottom. Whether or not that's going to result in significant upside, nobody knows. Maybe we can call it an MW. Yeah, I don't mind that. Continuation. If we blast through 475, then it should get spicy. Regardless, 432 break and retest bare minimum should be in the cards, not financial advice. Philly said, JJ, that looks like a penis shafted balls. What? Talking about? It's not what that looked like at all, Philly. Looked nothing like that. Cheers, guys. Happy Friday. Don't forget to smash the like button. Stellar is up 1.62% on the day. Little double bottom action on Stellar as well. 41 cents seems to be some pretty decent support, 41.42. MW on this as well. Everything kind of looks the same. I'm liking what I'm seeing though. What I want to see out of Stellar, obviously I want to see it break 50, 52. But for now, I would love to see it at least make its way towards this purple trend line. And maybe it can get a break when it reaches this confluence at 50. So maybe it'll do one of these. I don't mind that at all. It'll bounce at 46. Billy said, JJ, what's the thumbnail? Largest sell order ever? So I do believe, so Galaxy Digital, Mike Novogratz' company, had received and purchased over the counter some legacy Bitcoin from Satoshi era wallets. A Satoshi era wallet woke up and sold over the counter to Galaxy Digital, I believe $2 billion worth of Bitcoin, and Galaxy Digital sold that. I believe, I'm assuming arbitrage. There was some kind of something where they converted it to USDT, USDC through various exchanges, obviously for liquidity's sake and stuff like that. And that is what resulted in the downside that we saw. I have some news articles. Since we're not on a time crunch, I'll actually go straight to it. We got US M2 money supply has a new all-time high. That's exciting. This is the dream, guys. No rent, no mortgage, no property taxes. He built a houseboat and lives on the Tennessee River, totally free by law. He just has to move every 14 days. This is the way to retire, man. I love it. Copper soars the highest closing price in history. CryptoQuaint CEO declares Bitcoin theory dead, admitting his whale-based predictions failed. He notes institutional adoption is bigger than expected. Old whales now sell to new long-term whales, not retail. So that's really cool. U.S. existing home sales fell 2.7 month over month in June. Annual rate lowest in 9 months. Exciting stuff. Hopefully that keeps going down. This one was weird. American Airlines warns of surprise loss. Southwest sees depressed demand as travel activity waffles. People aren't going places, man. This one was just hilarious. Market dips 5% after going up 80. Freak the F out and panic sell everything right now. It's effing over, Warren Buffett. Elon Musk's XAI partners with Kalshi to integrate Grok AI into prediction markets. That one was kind of cool. Demand for 40-year Japanese government bonds falls to lowest level since 2011. Here we go. Bitcoin OG with 80,000 Bitcoin. 9.46 billion transferred the remaining 40,000, 4.77 to Galaxy Digital in the past 3 hours. That was on the 17th, which was 7 days ago, 8 days ago. Galaxy Digital deposited 1.18 billion to exchanges. That was what dipped it yesterday. That 10,000 Bitcoin comes from Bitcoin OG. The Fidelity Spot Ethereum ETF bought 57,920 ETH worth $210.1 million on July 24th, marking its largest inflows so far. Tether minted another $2 billion, which, by the way, is the exact number needed to circumvent the dump from the Galaxy Digital whale offloading. Coincidence? I don't know. This one was kind of crazy. Breaking: U.S. has approved the use of F-16 of Thailand Air Force to strike Chinese-backed militias of Cambodia. U.S. and China possibly dragged into direct war in South China Sea. This is why I thought we were dumping yesterday, but I'm almost positive it was the Galaxy Digital. 330 billion or 330 million exchanges 11 minutes ago. This was 21 hours ago. So the sell-off happened. Let me go. We're right underneath the all-in-one. There's one specific that I want to find for you guys. Right. Is it right here? Over the past 9 hours, Galaxy Digital deposited 1.39 billion US dollars worth of Bitcoin to multiple exchanges. These Bitcoins likely originated from the Bitcoin OG that offloaded 80,000 Bitcoin at an average of $118,000 between July 15th and 18th. Notably, on July 15th, Galaxy Digital had already sent 2,000 Bitcoin directly to Bybit and Binance. The price of Bitcoin dropped 2% in 24 hours. Follow Spot on Chain to track the sell-off. Where is it? Galaxy Digital already dumped 10,000 Bitcoin over the past 3 hours. They withdrew 370 million USDT from OKX, Binance, and Bybit. Bitcoin dropped over 3% in the past 8 hours. So it happened. Galaxy Digital, 22,700 Bitcoin of the remaining 40K. They sold it. Of the Satoshi era 80,000 they acquired. 2.6 billion was sold to major exchanges. Where is it? Hold on. There's right here. Receipts. I was on a plane on July 4th when I got the alert of the 8-10K Bitcoin wallet movements and started investigating. It's now over and Bitcoin price barely moved. Great work, Novograts. This is a great test of the strong market. Confirmed. Galaxy Digital confirms the sale of 80,000 Satoshi era Bitcoin. Galaxy executes one of the largest notational Bitcoin transactions ever. Byron Yatako, sick name by the way, said, "Yo, why is Pengu pumping?" Pengu is pumping because it is an absolute beast and their marketing team is out of control. That is probably why. But let's go take a look. I thoroughly enjoy Pengu. I think it's going to be a top 10 coin. It's at 14.5%. Ooh, I'm going to have to buy more just for the culture, man. Just the other day, I was thinking about it, and people were talking about it on X. They were like, Pengu, Pudgy Penguins. I was like, I'm going to buy some Pengu. And then it just went, bam. Been going absolutely bananas ever since. I'm very, very sad. I'm up over 100%, which is pretty sick. Okay, I'm up 84%. Let's not get carried away. But it's only a $2.6 billion market cap. That's nothing. That is literally nothing. This thing's everywhere. It's in Walmart. Your kids know about it. They're at the New York Stock Exchange bell ringing. It's out of control, dude. Their marketing team knows no bounds. It's actually a pretty sick thing to watch. But yeah, that was the whole thing. Galaxy Digital selling 80,000 Bitcoin caused the price to dip 3%. Right here. 3%. 3%. Let's do that math because I don't know if it's said anywhere. 80,000 times, they said 118K. I'm just going to say 118.5. That is $9.4 billion. Let's call it 9.5. $9.5 billion worth of Bitcoin was sold last night, and the price has already recovered entirely. It made zero impact. $9.4 billion. That is insanity. Tom Selleck's Goat said, ETH taken off, gonna start to outperform Bitcoin. Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is, my friend. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. Fahid said, like the stream and subscribe. Yes, subscribe if you guys are new. We did execute the reward for our winner last night. Mr. Index won the $15 prize. I did send his reward. I do believe that he is intoxicated. I am going to make a new rule, though. I'm going to make a new rule. If you win and you are not here to claim your prize by the end of the episode, then you will not be receiving your prize. There's too many people showing up just for the daily close contest and then piecing out right after they submit their entry. Unless plans are otherwise arranged ahead of time, which I'm totally okay with, if you just show up, submit your entry, and leave, I announce you as the winner, and then the rest of the episode goes by without me hearing from you. Even if you win the $100 prize, you get nothing if the stream ends and I don't hear from you. Make sense? So I'm going to be a little more strict with that. I'm totally fine with you guys just coming and going, but if you guys win, then you got to claim your prize during that episode. Otherwise, it's just weird and boring. And it gets awkward. When I'm like, oh my gosh, so-and-so won, and then they're nowhere to be found. That's weird. You know, I don't have your guys' cell number. All right. Let's go back to all of our news articles and go all the way back down. I was right at Matt Damon going all in. Right there, right below that. Galaxy Digital. Yep. Galaxy Digital just selling a crap ton of Bitcoin. That's what did it. And it was pretty exciting. Pretty exciting stuff. All right, where were we over here? Stellar, probably Polkadot, right? Yeah, Stellar looks good, up 1.41% on the day. Beautiful performance out of Stellar. Polkadot got a little dip below 4. It bounced nicely off of 390. Philly said, "Wow, that $15 put JJ in the hole." I had to finance that prize win. I'm making payments. What's the other one? I keep thinking of not Kalshi. No, I do. I keep... Is it Kalshi? No. Klarna. What's the other thing? There's another thing. Before Klarna, it was the popular, like, prepay or whatever. Make multiple payments thing. Let me look it up. Services similar to Klarna. Afterpay. Affirm. Affirm is the one that I always think of. So all of these, what are they even called? Buy now, pay later. That's what it is. The buy now, pay later service. I had to buy now, pay later the $15. Yeah, Polkadot, little dip below 4, bounce off of 390, looks good. 421 should be next in the cards. Nice volume. RSI didn't even go oversold. Momentum wave pointing to the upside. Looks good. Polkadot looks good. Altcoin is up 0.43% on the day. Currently trading just below 139. We got a nice bounce, a little fake out below 128. Technically a bounce off of 125, psychological area. Broke above 128 and we're heading towards 139 now. RSI got a bullish cross over your moving average and your momentum wave is starting to point to the upside very gradually though. But it looks good. What I would like out of Altcoin is for it to get above the lower purple trend line. Once again, that would result in 3 fake outs to the downside. 1, 2, 3. Each one responding slightly more violent than the last. Hopefully this one ends up with a monstrous break far above. Actually, I hope it touches $2. That's what I want. That is what I want to see out of Altcoin, because I think it has what it takes. It's got enough gas in the tank to make it to 2. Number 2. Altcoin has enough gas in the tank to number 2, I believe. Gas is down 1.09% on the day, currently trading just below 90 or 9.7 cents. We got a little pullback to 9.5 cents. Beautiful bounce off of that. Got right back above 9.7. Currently trading at 9.9. Heading towards 10. Hopefully that's the next stop. We got our little M, a little W. We got our little M, a little W. Yeah, there we go. I like it. Volume looks good. RSI is almost reset. Sitting pretty. Avalanche. Avalanche currently trading at 0.25% in the green. Currently $24.07. Dave said, hi everyone, just home from work. What's going on, Dave? Appreciate the bananas. Happy Friday, my friend. Did you see the crazy sell-off yesterday, the Bitcoin sell-off? Mike Novogratz sold 80,000 Bitcoin from Galaxy Digital. And the price only dipped 3% and it has since recovered entirely. That is pretty sick. I'm surprised that we're getting institutional adoption and like the United States government's coming in and stuff, and nobody has stress tested Bitcoin to that extent yet. But it's pretty cool to see. It's pretty cool to see it in real time. So we got another MW on Avalanche. We're currently sitting at 24.07. Beautiful support at 23. A break of 25 would be next in the cards, in my opinion. It's probably going to be a little tough because we got resistance here now. Previous support turned resistance. But if we do break above that, 27.33 should be next in the cards. We did cross bullish over our RSI moving average, and our momentum wave is pointing to the upside with some green dots on the momentum wave. Chainlink is up 0.55%. Beautiful support at 1750. Rejection at 20. Support at 1750. Blast off, hopefully, break above 20 and head towards 2167. Doge is up 0.04% on the day. So Doge got above 26 cents. Danced around, a little rejection around 28 to 29. Broke below 26, rejected. Bounced off of 24, broke below it. Got a little, not even quite a midpoint. It pulled back a little further than midpoint at 23-ish. And is currently sitting at 23.6, testing 24. If it breaks, great. We did get a bullish cross over our RSI moving average. And again, just like Chainlink and Avalanche, we got green dots on our momentum wave, which is pointing to the upside. NIR is up 0.56% on the day, currently trading at 287, sitting right in between 269 and 299. We got a rejection around 3, break below 299, bounce at 269 twice, and it's currently sitting at 287, which is the midpoint in between 299 and 269. So looking good. RSI crossed bullish over the moving average, and your momentum wave pointed to the upside with a couple of green dots on that as well. Chili's up 0.14% on the day. Beautiful bounce off of our purple trend line, which is a legacy trend line. It goes back way long time ago, long time ago. And that also correlated with the 4-cent bounce as well. Broke above 4144. Currently sitting at 4238. 428 is next in the cards. We break above that. Awesome. 5 should be target after that. This M right here, interestingly enough, did kind of reject like right at our midpoint in between 5 and 4.2, which is very interesting. So definitely some observations being made on these charts. Silver down 2.27%. We have failed to hold any meaningful time frame above 39. We're sitting at 38.13. Pretty crazy dumpage, actually. I'm quite surprised at that. RSI is almost reset, though. Maybe that'll result in some pretty decent push to the upside. We'll see what happens. We did get a confirmed red dot all the way back here on July 23rd. Maybe that's what's playing out right now. Momentum wave starting to cross oversold, and RSI not quite, but it's getting there. Market strategy down 2.18%, closed on the day. Still 407. We should hold 400 at least for a little bit. That should show some strength. It's a nice psychological number. It looks good. We get a bounce off that. Maybe that'll give us enough juice to push to 500. That'd be awesome. DXY getting a little bounce, actually. A little bounce off 971. We're currently at 976. We'll eventually grind up far enough to reject and continue the downside here. Hopefully this isn't some weird inverse head and shoulders. I'm not sure what to think of that if that is the case. Does DXY trade that way? If it is, we might get a weird bullish reversal out of the DXY. Put it above 100 again for a second. That would be interesting. NASDAQ, beautiful, 23,297. I believe that's a new, at least a new local high, all-time high, I'm not sure. S&P, oops. S&P definitely closed at a new all-time high. Beautiful performance out of the S&P 500 lately. Bitcoin, 117,500 even. Philly said, I finally took a few people's advice. I closed off my spot leveraged holds and bought straight spot. Those funding fees suck. Well, yeah. You live and learn. Eventually, you are forced to learn the important things. Bitcoin looks really good here. That recovery from that Galaxy digital sale is insane. Pengu just makes me happy. There's nothing you could ever say about Pengu that would make me bearish on it. There's a couple of random oldies pumping them a little bit. Not enough to make me want to reconsider buying them ever again. We'll see where they go and what bags I have. Pithy has been performing really nicely. Look at that. This thing's been going crazy for no reason. Yeah, I think it's hitting new all-time highs. It's crazy. This is like one of my biggest bags right now. Just out of nowhere. $96 million market cap. Something must have happened. It's a rat with like a brain implant. That pulse play acid cookie for the win. Let's go take a look. Get back above your 21 level. Is that what it was? 21? Nope. Okay. You're getting your midpoint bounce. Okay. So you did not quite get to your purple trend line, which is totally fine. You got like a midpoint pullback in between your 1822 and your 1516 area. Little midpoint bounce right there. If you break above 1822, then 20 is definitely going to be your next target. I would like to see, if it doesn't just continue straight up, I would like to see it break and then retest. Like if you get any kind of pullback after this break, look for that support. No long way to go. I don't think that's a long way. What is that, 24 hours? You could do that in no time. You already got all this grinding out of the way. There's no reason why you can't just go straight to it. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's more possible now. There's definitely a repeating pattern here. You got inverse BART. Maybe that'll result in some upside. Jim said, blasphemer. Tom Selleck Scout said, okay, 400 of Pengu purchased. I like it. Unlike that garbage SNEK. Well, your loss. Let me see. I was genuinely frightened like a month ago because Drummer said, you guys think that stimulus will get passed? I think it'd be sick. I think if they do that, it's going to be closer to midterms, Drummer. It's probably going to be next year if they do it. But I think that'd be awesome. That's definitely a way to buy some votes, distract from the island list that everyone's questioning. Strike Finance was very, very much at risk of flipping my SNEK bag, and it has since slowed down tremendously, which I'm totally fine with. It is still up 150% for me, but it is now 50% of my SNEK bag. It was literally like 1 or 2% away from flipping my SNEK bag and being my largest hold during that really bad downturn for SNEK, which was a great buying opportunity. Don't get me wrong. Bybit is out here posting stuff with SNEK in it, so it's only a matter of time, man. That'd be sick if Coinbase listed SNEK. That would be so crazy. All right, we got some articles to go through. Trump considering stimulus checks for low-income Americans, according to Press Pool. This has since been confirmed via video evidence of them asking questions, actually, and Trump saying, yes, we actually are considering that. Robinhood listed HBAR. Tom Selleck Scott said, I just like to talk shit and rile you up. I don't know what you're talking about. Whale Insider said, Vietnam launches national blockchain NDA chain. Is that really what it's called? That's actually hilarious. To power digital IDs, smart contracts, and government records with hybrid decentralization. That's really funny. It's called non-disclosure agreement chain. What a deceitful name. Jim said tariff rebates were a surprise announcement. Yeah, that was pretty sick. Honestly, I really like that announcement because that means free money. And I'm all for free money. Give me. CoinGlass posted, this is crazy. 10,000 Bitcoin open interest added on Binance. Big volatility incoming. This is what we witnessed yesterday, I think. But it was definitely interesting to watch. Fresh whale wallets are accumulating Ethereum nonstop. 3 fresh wallets accumulated over 74,207 Ethereum, $273 million in the past 10 hours. Since July 9th, a total of 8 fresh wallets have accumulated 540,460 Ethereum, worth $1.99 billion. There is a lot of money in the cryptocurrency space. Tom Selleck Scott said, Trump gonna do whatever to make you forget Epstein. I might just forget if he sends me a check for over $1,000. I might forget. I actually took a selfie with Donald Trump today. Let's see, hold on. Where is it? Yeah. Donald and Melania. Hold on. Oh, I should have posted this on my Twitter. I gotta post this. All right, ready? Come on, focus. You guys can see it, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh my God, he looks like a ghost. Me and Melania and Papa Trump. He's too orange. It won't even focus on him. It was pretty funny. I also signed a petition to have property tax, like the removal of property tax, added to our ballot because I think property tax is theft. Jim said we actually bounced off the gap. Might be a comeback later thing, which would mean we're about to get hot for months. Ooh, I like it. U.S. margin debt soars above 1 trillion for the first time in history. Congrats, everyone. We did it. I don't know what that means. And I don't know why you should be celebrating. I don't think you should. Big Bitcoin sell-off. We read that one already. Holy cow. Margin debt just crossed 1 trillion in June for the first time since 2021. July could come in near 1.1 trillion. Risk appetite among retail investors is off the charts. The amount of money that an investor borrows from its broker. Okay. I understand. So it is literally leverage. I understand. End of bear trap. Be ready. This is what I think we might have just witnessed. We will see, though. I think we might have seen this already, if I'm being completely honest. if I'm actually being completely, I think we just did the trend emergence shakeout, and now we're getting ready to build momentum. That's just my opinion, though. We'll see. We shall see. Justin BlackRock, head of digital assets, leaves the company to join the second biggest Ethereum treasury company, SharpLink Gaming. That one's interesting. To leave BlackRock and go to SharpLink Gaming, that seems... But again, if you're the head of digital assets at a fiat bank versus like something to do with the digital assets at a blockchain-based or a more blockchain-based company, I don't know. It's just interesting. Galaxy Digital, yep, we read that. Global M2 money supply hits new all-time high. Very exciting. JP Morgan says crypto stablecoins will be integrated with traditional finance systems, as well as more tokenization of real-world assets. Interesting. Jim said debt keeps markets hot. Debt is the new currency, my friend. Debt is the new currency. Trump suggests Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell may cut interest rates soon. Market watchers now eye potential policy shifts ahead of election season. Venmo, this one's really funny. Venmo PayPal users can now send money to the U.S. government to help pay down $36.7 trillion national debt. So if you guys are feeling generous and you want to tip the country of the United States of America for wasting so much tax dollars that they put us in debt without your permission, without any votes from you, without any input from you, without any care from you, then you are more than welcome to donate your money for them to waste even more. You're welcome. You want to willingly pay something other than taxes? Go right ahead. President Trump says he thinks Fed Chair Jerome Powell might be ready to lower rates. We shall see. Venmo and PayPal users can now send money to the U.S. government to help pay down $36.6 trillion. Oh, look, we're going to knock down $0.1 trillion. Oh, that's exciting. Federal Housing Director Pulte, Michigan native, by the way, says he is optimistic Jerome Powell will do the right thing as early as next week. The Fed will decide on a potential interest rate cut at next week's FOMC meeting. Unfortunately, I think that would be bad if they decided on an interest rate cut. Bitcoin 117,540 and 1 penny. Very quiet, very cool, very calm, very collected. Jim said Ethereum makes a lot of sense for TradFi. If Vitalik and the boys actually get cracking on the L1 issues, inflation won't be an issue. Entire funds are based around dividend culture. I think Vitalik is very much anti everything that's happening in the world right now, which is why he got a girlfriend and disappeared off the face of the earth and stopped giving a crap. It's kind of funny. Bitcoin's open interest has reached a new all-time high of $44.5 billion amid a price decline, signaling increased leverage and higher risk of market volatility and liquidations. What did I say, guys? I said volatility, inbound. It's happening. When there's increased volatility, that more than likely means there's increased retail entering the space. And that's it. Let's do a quick portfolio. Drummer said, is your stream rug pulling? It better not be. Is it? We are, once we get close to midnight, for whatever reason, my internet gets a little funky. Am I rugging? I think I might be rugging. We still good? We good? Are we good? 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 Are we good? 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 We good? Are we good? Your internet too? No coincidence. We good? Yeah, whenever they do maintenance on my internet, it's at like 2 or 3 in the morning, which is literally when I'm on the internet doing stuff. And I always wonder, I'm like, what if I was, because sometimes you have to like pay for online classes or exams or whatever, and they don't, like, if you have to redo it for any reason, you have to pay, you have to pay for it again. What if that happens and they're like, oh, we just did unscheduled maintenance that we just didn't warn you about, and your internet got shut off? Well, I was in the middle of a self-paced paid exam, that cost me $150. Are you going to reimburse me, internet company? Drives me crazy. I'm the worst person to piss off when it comes to the internet, dude. I go full Karen so hard. I'll go find the line workers and I'll drive by and I'll be like, "You guys almost done?" They probably fucking hate me, dude. They probably know me. Like, there's that crazy stalker guy. He always drives by whenever we're working on the polls. All right, let's do a quick update. Our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is only down $4 today. Very exciting stuff. Currently being held up by Render, Sol, ADA, Ondo, and Proppy. Being dragged down by Doge, Fetch, Near, Shib, and Aptos. Those top fives are still the only ones in profit. Very interesting. Next, we got our Memecoin portfolio, which is in profit $110. SNEK is actually at the bottom again. SNEK and GigaChad fighting to survive. They're both equally suck. So we'll see which one sucks less, the least. WIF is in profit $120. Pepe is in profit $63. Doge is in profit 57 cents. Giga and SNEK are both down about 38 bucks. And last but not least, my favorite and the best performer, our narrative portfolio. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one real world asset coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, and one gaming coin, and it is absolutely killing it. Currently in profit $158.84. Jim said GigaChad kind of fell off. The meme, I mean. Yeah, apparently. Pepe's in profit 79 bucks. Tao's in profit 46 bucks. Fetch is in profit 24 bucks. Mana is in profit 14 bucks. And VeChain is down 6 bucks. How's my audio? Can you guys hear me okay, or am I quieter than usual? I got the shock mount, so I positioned the mic a little bit differently. I also might be losing my voice. we were on the Ferris wheel, and I started yelling just to embarrass my fiance and my daughter. We're like sitting there, and I was like, "Oh!" They're like, "Shut up, be quiet." And then I kept doing it, and I'm like, "Ah!" I was like making different sounds the whole time. And then my fiance smacks me, like she smacked my hand, and then I went like, and then I started crying, and we all just started cracking up. It was so funny. And then we tried to be like dead serious when we got down. It was really funny. It was funny. Good times. All right, and then our perfect entry portfolio. Ooh, okay, we're still in profit. I think we lost Render for a hot second. We were like $1 or $2 in the negative, but right now our perfect entry portfolio is still holding up to its name. We only have 4 coins right now. We'll probably add a 5th tomorrow or Sunday, and we're gonna leave it up to a community vote. Currently, we have Sui, which is in profit $28, Chainlink, which is in profit $21, Solana, which is in profit $3, and Render, which is in profit $2.99. Everything looks really, really good. It's held up quite well during this dip. Honestly, altcoins didn't really care during this dip at all. It's been a very, very interesting observation. Drummer said it's good. Tom Selleck Scott said, "What? Huh?" Jim said, that's just how I imagine Tom Selleck talks. What? Huh? Jim said, "Tao leading the deep end space. Love to see it." The name I'm 50-50 on. I don't know why. I don't know why. There's sometimes the names just bug me, like the tickers. I'm assuming that's the whole name. That also seems a little bit lazy when the name and the ticker are the same. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky. So our Fear and Greed has dropped to 64, which is probably really good, and our altcoin season index is at 44 out of 100. We were almost. Did we get above 50? No. We got to 43. What am I looking at right here? No, we did. We got to 55. Okay. Alt season index. We did get above 50, which was at 55. That Pulse player said, "Oh, a finance? I always thought you were gay." JK, thanks for the stream. Believe it or not, I actually got that a lot in high school, which led me to be allowed at girls' houses, which was lucrative for a teenage boy. Jim said, "It is odd that they didn't just go with it." Just go with what? with Bit. What? Is that a coin? Am I blurry? I feel like I'm blurry. Hang on. My webcam looks like doo-doo. Oh! Oh my gosh, I'm bright. Cheers, guys. Happy Friday. There we go. Fixed it. Oh, Bitensor? That name I hate. Is that the ticker? B-I-T-T? That one's ugly. Okay. Yeah, we did get to 55 on our alt season index. We are currently sitting at 44. I did not expect us to go from 25 to 50 that fast. It really happened really fast. As soon as we broke through 25, it was game time. Technically. Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened actually. So, alt season index still in full swing potential. 64 on fear and greed. We are still sitting at greed. We are about to cross into neutral. I'm not sure what number gets us into neutral. 60? 60 gets us into neutral. Fear and greed. The Bitcoin fear and greed is at 72, but again, 15% of their measurement is just not done because they don't feel like paying for it or something. The surveys, they just don't do anymore, which bugs the crap out of me, so. Jim said the fact that it was open interest makes a lot of sense. An actual dump would have triggered Bitcoin pairings. All right. Memecoins, very quiet. Coin land, the greatest investment. Bonkyo AI. I don't know. Sometimes the top 25, 30 like makes me lose faith in humanity. These all suck. Labubu's okay. Dude, every single vendor at the fair had the same stuff. I don't know if they sold out all the spaces to the same people. There was like hemp bags, which were really cool, but they were very stonery. There was like hemp bajas, which are like the hoodies made out of hemp, very stonery. There was like hemp ponchos, which were very stonery. There was like crossbody bags. There was a metric ass ton of Labubus on every single table. There was there's like the wooden samurai swords, the ugly sunglasses, the stupid gaudy cowboy hats that like your slutty aunt wears, even though she's like 58. She like wears them to like all of her boat parties where she like just falls in because she's plastered every single time. Oh, that's funny. Jim said meme C says memes could be heading up soon. They've been heading up, dude. Memecoin portfolio has been outperforming everything. I think it might even start outperforming the it's up 11% right now. The narrative portfolio is up $159, which is 30%. So narrative portfolio is still outperforming Memecoin as of right now. But Memecoin, all it takes is a one little bullish push, and Memecoin portfolio is outperforming everything. But it's equally as volatile in the opposite direction. Jim said meme C is the meme market cap index. Oh, I thought that was an actual person. I thought that you were literally talking about a person on like X or something. There's no way Jim follows some dude named Meme C. I don't know though. You know, people got their different ways of checking stuff out. What did you say it was? The meme market cap index? That's a thing? How do they determine what's a meme? It is a thing. What the hell? What a weird thing. How long has this existed? Since May? Okay. Weird. What a weird thing to have. I'll take it though. I'm not going to complain. It is very strange. $75 billion in meme coins. Jesus. Okay. If the meme market cap, technically, well, total 3 would include meme coins, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, so technically, total 3 should always be above meme C. Can they change the name? I can't say meme C and expect people to take me seriously. That like hurts to say. Meme C. That's an awful name. Let's see. Total 3. Got a nice bounce off of 1 trillion. It's sitting at 1.02, heading towards 1.07. If we break 1.07, I could totally see us heading towards 1.13. Let's check out total 2. Jim said meme C sounds cursed. It's awful. It sounds like when your parents first heard of memes and they were like, oh my gosh, that's one of those funny memes. Is that a meme? Oh my gosh. Linda sent me this really funny meme. What are you saying, Mom? The meme. You know, the funny picture of the memes? Look. And she's like looking at it on her phone. She's like, she takes it. She's like, check this out. And she takes it and then she goes, to be able to see it. Meme C. It's so bad. Total 2. I keep whacking the desk. I'm so sorry. At least T-Shoe's not here to suffer through it. Jim said I've been meaning to pick up some more ZRO since I've been talking to Chainlink more. Chainlink partners with everybody though, man. I really want Chainlink to succeed, and I hope it does. If any coin deserves to be, I don't want to say this because I feel like I'm gonna get memed, but I feel like Chainlink deserves to be number 2 more than Ethereum and XRP because of what they do for the entire market. And they're the only ones that do it good. What is this? It's bugging me. There's something there. Oh, I think I made it worse. It looks like it got burned or something. Still there? Did I get it? I think I got it. But yeah, without Chainlink, most of the DeFi products wouldn't exist. Most of the dexes wouldn't exist. Like, there's so much stuff that we wouldn't be able to have without Chainlink. I've seen way too many other oracles fail or have some things go like, oopsie, something broke a little bit, and like all of these, there's like a huge cascading like avalanche effect, no pun intended, of these other failures underneath it because these other like DeFi protocols relied on this alternative oracle that just, they were like, oopsie, we miscalculated the price of the US dollar or something crazy. And these other protocols like rely on that information, then their whole entire system is like, oh, does not compute, this is wrong, and then everything falls apart and it implodes and people lose money, and that oracle's just like, our bad, uh-oh. Like, it's no big deal, but it is a huge deal. It's an enormous deal, and nobody ever cares. Bugs the crap out of me. Okay. Jim said Chainlink is a Cisco of crypto. Give it time. I hope so, man. I hope so. Let's see. My total 2 chart has a moon on July 30th. A breakout moon mark on July 30th. So let's see if that rings true. I don't know why that's there. I'm assuming because of this fractal. Technically, we already did that back here, but I'm going to take it. I will say this fractal looks like we are right there if I scoot it. I mean, am I making shit up? I'm probably just making shit up. Maybe it's one of those. Yeah, that looks better, right? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that makes me feel so much better. Not that I felt bad in the first place, but uh-oh. Oh no. Okay, good. It wasn't going back for a second. Jim said wild claim, sure, but nobody thought Cisco would go from 150 million market cap in 1991 to 550 billion in 2000. I'm just trying to get my I'm just trying to get another handle on my stock portfolio. Let's go through my stocks again and see how miserable they are. Okay. Plug is up 2.82%. Mattel is up 3.29. Viking Therapeutics is up 3.13. I don't remember what this one is. APLD is down 3.13. Kodak is down 0.29, but I think they've been doing really good. Donuts up 1.21, and AMD is up 2.92. I did buy some AMD. Kodak, I am actually, where does it show? I am down on Kodak. Shit, I thought I was doing good. Never mind. Forget I said anything. Pretend I never mentioned that. Don't ask why I bought that one either. I'm not going to tell you. All right, so yeah, total 2 looks awesome. Little rejection around 1.54. Little bounce at 1.42. And we're sitting at 1.47 right now. This looks like an MW on every single chart. MW blast off. I like the sounds of it. I really do. Oh. Are alts about to melt faces? I feel like it's very, very possible. Let's go refresh our liquidation heat map and see again where we're at. Let's also look at the total crypto market cap in general. We are following this breakout trajectory. Now, we called this breakout, this descending channel, this breakout. Our target is $4.13 trillion for the breakout. We will see if we hit that. My top is 5 trillion. I believe other people are calling for 10, 15. I'm happy with my frugal target right now. This includes Bitcoin. And as of right now, we're at 3.81. Bitcoin seems to be lingering around 120. I don't know if it's going to go any higher. I'm sure it will. If it doesn't, though, even though it broke above 120 for a hot second, we got to 123. If it does not go any higher, and that does end up being the top for Bitcoin specifically, I will claim a victory for my $120,000 Bitcoin top. I don't think I'm going to be right, though. I'm going to straight, flat out say that right now. Pretty sure I am very, very wrong. Jim said if you use gold and inflation metrics, Cisco had an inflation-adjusted market cap of $6.7 trillion in 2025. That is actually insane. I think... I don't know what I think. I don't know what I think. I gotta go pay some bills and eat my wiener and then go to bed. So I'm probably gonna call it an evening, guys. I appreciate you guys for joining me for this late night Friday DCA day stream. You guys are all absolute legends. Thank you for sticking it out, sticking around. Tomorrow we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming, where we will be doing our daily close contest, where there's a chance for you to win up to $100 daily. So make sure you guys subscribe, smash the like button, and participate. The clock starts ticking at 7:50 p.m. EST for the contest. 7:55 p.m. EST is the hard cutoff. If you need to know any further rules, just get to the stream early, and I'll go over them. We usually start streaming around 7 or 7:20 p.m. EST, so be here. I love you guys. Happy Friday. Happy DCA day. Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will have back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Smash the like button on your way out, and good night.